Now, introducing my next artist interview. My special guest for today is Rianne Downey, who is currently embarking on a national tour and has a new single and album upcoming. Welcome to my show, and how is life treating you today?
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here and I'm having a great day. It's exciting times just now.
Great, good for you. For my listeners who don't know your backstory or your musical journey, in your younger years, was the path into the arts or the music world something you always deep down wanted to pursue?
Definitely, music has sort of always been in me. My mum says that I could sing before I could speak as well. And I started busking from the age of 15, and it's been sort of music, music, music since then. And I'm very lucky that things are starting to fall into place after years of hard work.
Sure, that's great to hear. One of the reasons that I have got you on the show was to chat about your exciting new record. It's called Good in Goodbye. I see what you've done there, Good in Goodbye. Can you give me and my listeners more information, what to expect from this new single?
Yes, so Good and Goodbye, it's the lead single from my new album, and it's a proper foot stomper. It's a country song as well, and it's all about sort of that moment when you're growing up and the real world sort of hits you and you go through loss and you're growing up and things are changing and it's trying to come to terms with that. And I wrote it about a time where it sort of felt like I'd lost everything. I lost a family member, I'd ended a 5 year relationship, I lost my job, and it's sort of reflecting back on that time and how that sort of rock bottom is what led to all this amazing things happening. So yeah, there is a good and goodbye, and that's where it come from.
I've got it. Yeah, so light at the end of the tunnel after kind of going through the wilderness.
Definitely, yeah.
Right. I've had a listen to it as well, and not many songs out there where you have a first listen and it kind of strikes a chord like an earworm. So it's a record that you want to listen for the first time, and it makes you want to listen to it again. And so
Oh,
I've had a
thank you.
couple of listens to it. A real feel-good song, as you said. Um, I felt it was a cross between Amy McDonald versus Katie Tunstall versus Sandy Tom.
Wow, I love that. I'll take that 100%. Yeah. I think naturally Amy McDonald and Katie Tunstall are quite big inspirations for me, being Scottish women as well. I've listened to them a lot growing up, so yeah.
Great. And was Good in Goodbye recorded in your homeland, Scotland, up there?
Good and Goodbye was actually recorded in Seattle in America, at a studio called Bear Creek. So it's sort of in the middle of the woods and there's a creek running through it and things like that. So it was a proper dream come true to record it there.
How was that experience? Obviously, when you think of Seattle, you think of Sleepless in Seattle and some of the historical music that has come out of that estate.
Yeah, it's a very musical city, albeit I think it's more famous for grunge, but the place that I recorded, it's just outside the city in a place called Woodinville, and it sort of looks like how you'd imagine with the name, and you're surrounded by trees and things like that. And Seattle, it was such a inspirational place to go. And yeah, the studio was just amazing. It was so lovely to sort of shut off the outside world for a bit and just focus on the music.
And have you managed to put together like a music promo for Good in Goodbye?
We've got a music video, yeah, and it was directed by a lovely man called James Slater, who makes videos for the likes of the Coral and the Blossoms. So we got a bunch of people in a pub together in Liverpool and filmed a lovely video for it.
Oh, was that a fun experience in that day?
It was amazing.
Lovely to hear. And what do you hope will resonate most with the audience on your new single? Like, would you like people to kind of dance to it, like in pubs or social clubs, or would you like people to just kind of have it on their playlist, like say on the tube, say?
I think as long as people are listening, I'm totally happy. But I think I said earlier, it is a bit of a foot stomper. So if there's ever any dancing involved, that's an absolute bonus. But yeah, I really hope people resonate with the song and the lyrics and sort of do realise that there's a good and goodbye and maybe can sort of give them a bit of hope or help them navigate
Mm.
their way through whatever they're going through. Because that's what music does for me.
And doing artists' interviews over the years, one of some artists' proud moments when I've interviewed them is when the audience members sing their songs back to the artist or they sing the song in the cars on the radio. What's that feeling like to hear when you have that kind of feedback?
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world. There's nothing like playing a gig and you can hear people singing your words back to you and you can sort of see their faces lighting up when they're singing as well. It really makes me feel like I'm doing something right. It's so rewarding.
Great. Now, I understand you've got a new album out, and some of the other songs on that album I just wanted to touch on. Um, okay, so one track you released this year, earlier on, was called The Song of Old Glencoe. What's the kind of backstory behind that one? Did it kind of take you back to your roots because it has a more traditional sound to the song?
Definitely, the Song of Old Glencoe felt like my sort of love song to Scotland and Scottish traditions and things like that. I grew up listening to a lot of folk music, all the sort of traditional Scottish songs, as well as some Irish as well. So it really was a chance for me to connect with my Celtic roots because I am dead patriotic as well. And my granny used to tell me loads of stories about up the north of Scotland, all about different fairies and creatures and things like that. So this really felt like my sort of odes to my roots, I guess. Yeah.
And Lost in Blue as well. That's doing respectively well on the platforms too.
Yeah, that's songs went down so well. It's lovely to see the response.
And those two songs, the Song of Glencoe, Lost in Blue, Good and Goodbye, are they all taken from your brand new album? Are they kind of introductory numbers?
Yes, they are. They're the singles that are sort of leading up to the full album release.
Cool. What's the album release called? Like the title of the album?
The title of the album is called The Consequence of Love.
Wow, that's a deep album title. Where did the inspiration come up? You know, with conjuring up the album's title.
So I actually wrote a song. It was the last song written for the album, and I called it The Consequence of Love. And it was really about sort of navigating my way through a loss. And it's that sort of thing where nothing prepares you to lose someone, even if you think you're geared up and ready. The reality of it is you just can't be prepared. But it's so worth the pain. Like you feel losing someone when you have such a beautiful relationship with them. And yeah, loss is a consequence of loving someone, and that's where the title came from. And I think every song on the album is a love song, whether that's about a friendship or with my family or a partner or an ex-partner or even the relationship with myself. Every song was born out of love. So that's why the consequence of love felt really fitting.
Consequence of Love as well, out this month as well. So get people to pre-save it.
Oh,
What's
thank
the
you.
yeah? What's the official release date for that?
It is out on the 17th of October.
Sure. So this interview will go out after then. So make sure if you're listening to yeah, check out that the new album release from Rianne Downey and the new single as well. Just a couple of other questions wanted to ask as well. Which do you enjoy the most out of writing, recording, practicing, or playing live?
I think, oh, it's a hard one. Each thing is sort of special in its own way, but I think I have the most fun when I'm recording and when I'm playing live because it's almost like I've put so much work into the songs that I've written, and that's like my chance to really express myself with them and celebrate them as well.
And a lot of well, not a lot, but quite a few people who were signed to labels, they're going independent, we're going freelance. Are you an independent artist and what do you enjoy about that aspect of being so?
So I am an independent artist. I'm signed to an independent label, and it's such a special thing to be signed to an indie label because they really give you artistic freedom. And for me, the music is the most important thing. That should always come first, and the label that I'm with really allow me to do that. And even though there's points where it can be hard in terms of funding and things like that, I love the fact that I get to write and release the music that I love and that I'm proud of.
Fantastic. And you're also on a tour October, November in towns and cities across the country, UK. How is that campaign going for you? Meeting people and them singing along to your songs, as we were saying.
So the tour, we're only two gigs in, so it's still early days, and I've got my in-store tour coming up, which is sort of acoustic gigs and signing records, which is lovely. And then I go on my proper headline tour, which is almost sold out. I think we've got one gig that's not sold out, and that's Cardiff, but it's almost there. So I'm extremely excited to play to a load of sold out crowds. That'll be something that feels really special.
What do you enjoy about the like in-store performances as well? Because they've really kind of helped with record shops, surviving out there, getting people in.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing thing how big they are now because not only does it get a load of people into a record store, it's a chance to really celebrate music and get sort of up close and personal with people that you wouldn't usually have the chance to do so. So I think it's a lovely thing that you can just be in a room full of people who love music and share that experience together.
Great. And what's the one thing or one or two or three things you can't live without, when you're on the road?
Hmm. I can't live without my notebook, my guitar, and my cowboy boots.
Good choices there. And finally, an easier question for you. Where's best for people to follow you on social media, official websites, link trees, emailing lists, or streaming
Mhm.
platforms?
So you can find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and my name on there is Rianne Downey. And all the links to my website, my store are on there as well. But if you give me a Google, I'm sure it'll all come up as well.
Fantastic. Great speaking with you, Rianne Downey. Best of luck with your brand new single, Good In, Goodbye, out now. And your album is going to be dropped any day soon. Whilst this interview will air, it will be out by then, The Consequence of Love. And best of luck with your tour. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You're most welcome.